problem.
All right, welcome to another episode of Complete Football Africa. We're back here with our beloved and our sad Pirates who crashed out of the Champions League, and we're going to talk today with TK and Brian. Both of them are in close to Johannesburg, around Soweto. That's close to that area. So we're here today to talk about the money that Orlando Pirates lost. We know the Pirates get a lot of money from merchandising and everything, and they're a rich club. I think they're worth about 49 million rand, which is number two in the South in the PSL as far as ranking. But they lost out on almost 10 to 11 million rand, $600,000 by not getting into the group stages of the Champions League. That's a serious issue right there. That's a lot of money that could have helped them. What do you think, Mr. Brian?
First and foremost, greetings to the viewers, and thank you for having me on another show. Uh, yeah, absolutely. If we dig deeper into the financial damage side of Pirates' early elimination from the CAF Champions League, there are a few things that we can mention that they lost out on, not just financially, but even in terms of reputation. So
Yeah, the reputation is worse.
I've highlighted a few things here that I think. Pardon?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Pardon?
No, go ahead. I think there's a lag in the connection. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. First of all, all right. First of all, they lost the prize money way beyond 600K, and reaching the group stage alone would have guaranteed them at least around 700 to 900K. But their
Yeah,
exit
that's
means
what.
losing out on all the yeah, and effectively that cuts off a key income stream for the African giants, you know. And secondly, um, there will be a missed pardon, there will be a loss of continental sponsor and to have things called
We have to move on. You're breaking,
performance
Brian. We
clauses that
can't
are
hear you,
tied
Brian.
to big brands like Adidas, for example, Africa, not just the local league.
Yeah. Can you hear him, Segodi, or is he breaking? He's breaking, right?
So
Yeah,
fewer
it's
televised
breaking, it's
CAF
breaking.
matches for Pirates means less.
Yeah, let's move on to Segodi
I'm
because
breaking.
Brian, you're breaking. You're breaking.
Um, there will be a loss. Okay.
You're
Okay,
breaking.
let
We're
me
gonna move
fix
on to
that.
yeah, Segodi. We're going. So yeah, so Segodi, so that's a lot of money to lose, but it also is a big rep because this is a big competition, and we know that no matter what, Pirates will be supported by its fans and by South Africans. But that the reputational loss is even more than the financial loss. What are your thoughts, Mr. Segodi?
No, absolutely. They lost so much by being out of the CAF Champions League, because if you look at the rankings for the World Cup in 4 years, they were number three somewhere there, around number
Yeah.
three on the table. So if they are not going to CAF, their rank is going to go down to qualify for the World Cup in 4 years. So it's a big loss.
Yeah.
It's a real big loss for Orlando Pirates, not only financially, but for the rankings as well, for not having Pirates in the top four, for their momentum. Because remember, Pirates is one of the hottest teams in Africa now. It's like
Yeah.
they were playing one of the best football in Africa. For them being not being in CAF, it's a big loss not only to South Africa but for Africa as a whole, because we want to see the continuity of African football at a CAF level.
So
Yeah.
you're saying that
If
they're
you
ranked
understand.
third out of the South African teams or third over the African teams?
In African teams, like for the CAF for the World Cup qualifying teams,
They're
like
ranked
you
third.
have Pyramid on top, you have Sundowns, you have Pirates, you have Alali. Those are the top four ranking teams at the moment
But
for
they're gonna
for
drop
the
after
World
this
Cup.
now. They're gonna drop, aren't they? Yeah. Pirates.
they're gonna drop. So it's a big loss for them.
That's a big loss. That's almost more than 12 million, more than $1 million that they're going to lose from that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But
It's
moving
gonna
forward,
take
let's go ahead. Sorry.
it's gonna take a real major step for them to get back to that top four, so that in 4 years they qualify for the Club World Cup.
Yeah, they have to start aiming towards looking to make sure that next year they make it into the group stages. Now we know that they still have three competitions. Of course, the PSL, the Premier League. They can still, if they won that, which they're coming third right now in the PSL, but if they won that, they would get 7.5 million. But if they can come second, they'll still win. So if they finish second, they can win about 8 million rand. So I think they should be aiming to finish second, even first in the Premier League Premiership. Then they still have the Nedbank Cup, which is still available money of 7 million if you make it out of this knockout competition. Then of course the Carling Knockout Cup, and today they're playing Magesi today. So this is a big match. They should be able to win that, but they have to be careful because you know what this. I always like to say this is Africa. Magesi is a lower division team, but you always have to be careful because on any given day you can mess up. What are your thoughts, Mr.
Yeah,
Brian?
yeah, that is true. You shouldn't take any teams for granted in Africa actually,
Yeah,
because yeah, we can play football. Africans can play football.
yeah.
And adding to what Sikhodi said earlier on, in terms of the ramifications, the cost doesn't affect pirates only. It also affects other people indirectly. It has this ripple effect that is indirect because there are match day vendors too.
Oh
There
yeah.
are transport operators, there are hospitality businesses. So CAF matches often bring fans from other countries and other provinces, which can benefit the team. So this early
And the
exit
TV
has
right.
a small but real community level financial loss as well.
Yeah. So that's big. And like we said, you want to go to the World Cup in 3 or 4 years, you have to be competitive in the Champions League, and their rankings are going to fall. So let's focus today though
Yeah,
on their match. I think their match is coming up in about 2 hours, so we have to post this very soon, 2 or 3 hours. They're going to be playing Magesi. What are your thoughts
Magesi.
on that game, Mister Segodi? Is Mofokeng going to play, or is he injured? Is he going to play in this match? And
I'm not. Mofokeng will not be playing this game, but for Pirates, I think this is not a tough game for them.
okay.
Magesi,
What about
they
Mabasa or Sebelebe? How do you pronounce that?
they
Guy
are
has a
the
long.
Sibilibili and
Yeah,
Mabasa.
Sibilivili. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sebelebe. Okay, I got it.
yeah,
Yeah. If they lose today, they should be whipped. They should. Is this a knockout match? This is quarterfinals, right? Yeah.
yes. But if you look at that team, Magesi, they
Hmm.
specialize in knocking big teams in competitions. Like even
That's why I'm saying
Sundowns
they
knows
have to be
them.
careful. Yeah. So that
Sundowns knows them very well.
yeah, just like what was it? I think was it Manchester United was kicked out by Carab in the Carabao Cup by some
The
small
league
team. So
match.
Yes, yes.
yeah, so you have to
So
be careful with that. Yeah.
Magesi is a small team, but when it comes to Cubs, they lack the spotlight. When they play against big teams, they bring their A game.
Yeah, I think Pirates need to be careful on
Yes,
defense
that
because
is true.
sometimes they're a little bit disorganized and make some mistakes. So but I think they should come out ahead 2-0. What are your predictions?
I see a 3-0 win for Orlando Pirates. If they can get those goals against Lupopo during the weekend in a tough game like that one, they're able to beat Magesi if they get things right.
Yeah. But there's only one problem that they have. They're playing a lot of matches. In the last 2 weeks, they played a lot of matches. So that's an advantage for Magesi too, that Pirates have a very congested schedule. They're playing Champions League, they're playing all kinds of tournaments. So, like you said, they'll rest some of their big players. So they just have to be careful. What do you think, Mr. Segodi?
No, but if you look at Pirates, yeah, they're playing lots of games and their schedule is very congested. But if you look at their squad, they have enough players, good players on
They
the
have enough
bench everywhere. They have good players and they are used to playing these games, two games in 3 days, in five in a week. Like
so they'll be
weekend they
okay.
play a
Okay.
game, during the week they play a game, weekend again they play a game. So they're used to playing this kind of games. I don't
Okay.
think it will be such a problem for them.
Okay, so yes, we're gonna head out soon. Any last thoughts, Mr. Brian? I'll get last thoughts from you guys. So we're head out so we can post this before the game. Okay, what are your thoughts, Mr. Brian?
My thoughts on the ramification or on the Pirates game.
Yeah, just any last thoughts. It could be that either one. Yeah, just because we're about to head out. Yeah, maybe on the game. Yeah.
Uh,
Mm.
on the game. Yeah, on the game, Pirates have went almost 10 games without who's this kid? Mufukeng. And
Yeah, he's injured.
um, but they've been performing well, and especially when they play their home games, and they'll be eyeing an eighth straight win in front of their faithful horde of fans when
Oh
they
yeah,
host Magesi. And I think Mufukeng has returned, but I'm not sure. But if he
he's not
has
gonna play today.
returned, then yeah, he has not had the best of seasons, but he's always instrumental and key, and he might be needed maybe in the last 15 minutes or so. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I think Pirates will win the game by 2 goals to 0.
yeah, they'll keep their
I'm not a
streak going
Pirates
on.
fan though.
They definitely won't lose it. So we'll see. All right, what are your last thoughts, Sagudi, before we head out?
No, my last thoughts and prayers for Pirates maybe to get back to the Champions League through a back door somehow. But for the game for today, I I know Pirates will win. Maybe 2-3 goals. I see
I,
that.
I'm gonna pour some wine for them now before we leave. To the
No,
gods, to
yeah.
the
Shout out
gods.
to
My
Pirates.
last prayer is the rumors that are coming out that the coach of Lupompo might be on a suspension. I hope they're true, and then Pirates get to the CAF Champions League again. I
That
can't
sounds like
afford not to.
that sounds like rigging,
So
like how they help Nigeria get into the World Cup playoffs by changing
Yes.
yeah,
players.
something like something like that.
They
Because
paid somebody.
I can't afford not to see Mufukeng on the Champions League.
Yeah. No, we can't. The
Yeah.
same thing, like we can't have a World Cup without Nigeria and South Africa.
But
All
it's
right,
but it's also good. It's also good. It's
yeah,
also good
we don't
in
need any
terms of
Lipopo, especially that crazy Lipopo guy that goes, ah, is that
Oh,
who that?
Mokoko.
That guy's
oh,
crazy, man.
yeah,
That guy he's
yeah.
become a celebrity in Africa now because of his craziness, man. He looks like you know how New Zealand does before football matches, before rugby matches.
The
Yeah,
hacker. Yeah.
He needs to join New
the
Zealand.
haka.
Yeah. All right. The Haka, yeah. All right, guys. So you've been watching Complete Football Africa. We've been focusing a lot on South African league this week, and we wish the Pirates good luck in a couple of hours. I've got my wine ready to celebrate. So from me, TK, and Brian, we're out of here. And we also want to remind you, like, share, and subscribe. We've had almost 400 subscribers in the last 2 months. We are 400 away
Wow.
from being monetized. And once we get monetized, it's going to be all out.
And
We also want to mention that when
and
the African
Wow.
Nations Cup, we're going to have a watch along live in December. So let's keep it going. Let's keep our channel growing. What were you about to say, Sagodi?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to say good luck to our ladies. They are playing DRC again. It's a war
Okay.
against DRC in South
DRC
Africa.
and South Africa are clashing a lot these days. So, all right.
Yeah,
Hey.
we have a AFCON qualifier today. Very important game against
Yeah.
DRC.
If they had a,
I also
go ahead.
suggest we should cover women's game
Oh
soon.
yeah, we'll start doing that too. You know, if they had a
Yeah.
a World Cup for DJs, it'll be South Africa versus DRC also for beats. All right, guys. Okay. We'll
All
talk
right,
about
all
that
right,
on another day. All right, guys. Nice one.
all
See you.
right.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you very much.